Hi everyone. Um, I don't know if I should be saying good morning or good evening or whatever, good afternoon to any of you, because it was not a very good day for all of us in the Spurs community. Uh, one of the worst performances I've seen so far, actually, from Spurs. Even though it was a draw, but no ambition shown from the team. It was a loss, really. I mean, as we all know, on aggregate, it was a loss, and I have no words honestly to describe it. So I'm actually straight gonna get some guests on. So joining me today we have Scott M all the way from Canada. Big up, Scott. How you doing?
Yeah, I guess considering what happened, I'm not doing too bad. Although, as you probably know from talking to me, Elias, I didn't have very big hopes for this game, so I'm not quite as disappointed as I think some of the other people were. I kind of thought it was an inevitable result. So yeah, I mean, I'm frustrated, but I've been frustrated since August. I've been frustrated for 5, 6, 7, 8 years now. So it's just another day being a Spurs fan, another disappointing result, and really, as I'll keep saying, the more we have these disappointing results, is the worst part of it is they're not surprising anymore. We're not really surprised that this happens anymore, and that's almost more frustrating than the results themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't have any words. I mean, like I feel quite numb as well. Like when I saw the result, I was at Dan's stream and I was like, really, I just feel so numb at this point that nothing really matters at this point anymore. I have another guest, Scott's fellow Canadian. He has been protesting for Scott to get out. I don't know why, but let's bring him on. Dietrich Kane. Hey man, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Um, as bad as we can be, I guess.
Well, I've lost hope. I lost hope ever since we lost the FA Cup. Nothing will change. Every year is the same thing. So, am I disappointed? Yes. Is it a repetition of every season? Yes. So, what more to think? If people don't want to protest, that's what you get. Trophyless every season.
Yeah, I
And we
mean,
have,
15th year in a row, I guess.
yeah. And then when we have people defending Danjuma and Richie, we deserve nothing but the worst in life.
We'll be having one of those later on joining us as well.
Yeah.
Uh, and then you can have a chat. I think you know him very well.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
gonna
we
cook him. I'm gonna cook him.
We have another guest today as well. From US of A. It's C Cube, the Wrexham fan. How you doing, Cube?
I'm doing just fine. I mean, Wrexham is top of the league. Wrexham is gonna get promoted. They're clear. I think that they're gonna get promoted. So I'm feeling good. Oh yeah, Spurs. Yeah, I know. I've checked out. Like I've totally checked out. But maybe Elias, I don't know. You just decided you wanted to have a really negative stream today because you have like the most negative Spurs fans ever right here on this stream. But it's all good. Let's have a negativity party right now because there's not really much to look up to.
I guess there's a bit of positivity there from you, so you being a Wrexham fan who is happy.
Well, I mean, I said this in other streams where I was like, I'm just gonna make Wrexham my second club and just focus on them right now because I was like, Spurs is bringing me down. Like, so I'm just like, it's self-preservation at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's bringing me down as well. Maybe you should introduce me to Wrexham as well. Let's see where does it take us.
CQ, you say that we're the three of the most negative fans, but honestly, listening around to YouTube, I think we're not that negative anymore because we've all accepted it, right? We all understand. We've
Exactly.
all had our negativity in the past, and now we're kind of accepting it because I've listened to a few other shows, and there are some angry people out there. Those people that actually still held out hope and saw something in these players, which I don't know what they saw, but I think at least with us, we've accepted it. So it might not be that negative of a stream. We can kind of have fun and joke about Wrexham and joke about Dietrich Stain being the most delusional fan that there is. We can talk. I don't know when we're going to address Dietrich's Kane predicting we were going to win the Champions League, if that's the first talking point or later. But
Did
we
I
can
even?
have fun
I
here
don't
and still
remember
be
saying that.
happy and excited.
I don't remember saying that. Well, stop lying, Scott.
You're right. You said we're in a title race and we're going to win the Champions League. It was a double prediction. Sorry, Dietrich.
Yeah, and he also said that we were definitely, absolutely going to beat the Gooners in the North London Derby. And I haven't seen you show up on
I'm not
camera in your Gooner shirt. Still.
See, I swear I have it in my house. I'm in my inside my room. I'm not gonna wear it because this club doesn't deserve it for my pain. I've been sweating, crying, breaking my bones every single day, and they never back me. Never once. I put my neck on the line. I got fucking cooked by you, still, and Scott. And I never got once rewarded.
I
Just
mean, this club
back the boys, Dietrich's back the boys.
I've backed them so many times, even Dyer as much and Rich as much I hate them. I wish they scored hat tricks every game, but they don't help me. I'm tired, man. I'm sick and tired. Fuck, you know. I even backed Son and he look at him how he played tonight. Fuck, man. The same thing every year.
I think today I can't defend Son. I'll be very honest.
He was shit. I'm sorry, he was shit. He was absolutely shit.
But actually, even if you say that, like, who was good today? Like, there was nobody I can say that they played well today. No.
Poro played well.
Okay, Poro maybe yes, but no one
Skip
else.
played well. Skip played well. I'm gonna be honest. Skip played well. Longley was meh. He was Longley. Yeah, and that's it. And Foster played well too. I gotta give him his props. Foster, Skip, and Poro.
That's
played
kind of positive already, right?
You're actually calling out players that play well.
No, they played. Those three played well. The rest actually they were. And Kane was meh, but he's not getting.
What about?
What about Romero?
What about Emerson Cafu?
No, Emerson. No. Bro, I've been saying this guy is like a fucking ghost. Instead of playing, this guy always thinks about stopping the ball, looking on his left, looking on his right, and he passes back. I don't get
that
it.
that no look pass. You gotta. I mean, that's trademark now. That's like he should. Because we know that he has a Royale trademark now. He should just be like trademark. Royale with the crown, and then underneath no look pass.
And you remember?
It is like that
he
guy.
wasn't. He wasn't the worst on the pitch, but I'm just making. Honestly, I'm just making jokes because I just think our fans are just funny. That like after like a game they'll like gas a player up like they're the best ever, and then after a game they're like they're like the shittiest ever. I mean, I don't know. I have more of an issue with our fans than anything else, just because our fans are such enablers.
Yeah, I have an issue with Conte. Perisic isn't playing well, but you still persist of playing him. So
Yeah, but
Conte. Mason in.
He doesn't have a choice. Who should he play then in that
I would
case?
have done the same thing that he did with Poro. Played with Emerson on the left and let Poro bump forward.
I mean,
but when Emerson went to the left, he did nothing. But
it's not about doing something. Just be there and let Son cook. But unfortunately, Son didn't take his chance, so that's on him. When Poro went in, he was fucking amazing. But you cannot play with Perisic and Poro on the wing backs because it doesn't work, and it won't work.
But Emerson did nothing. Like the only defensive thing I remember once he moved over to the left was he gave away that stupid free kick when he badly got beat by, was it Diaz who got it? Anyways.
By that time, by the time Poro went in, that was already like later. Like it was already, but half the game is over.
50th minute, I suppose.
50th minute, yeah.
The problem with our team is that we only know how to play one half. Whether it's the first half or the second half, we only know how to play one half. And the problem is, no, hold on, listen. And then the problem is sometimes, actually more often than not, if we only show up for one half, then we just end up running out of time to catch up for the rest of the game, and then we just end up sucking and not scoring for the entire game. So we start playing like way too late, and then we just end up running out of time.
But it's not even one half, in my opinion. It's just the way we play just doesn't suit us, unfortunately. What is the point of crossing the ball when you have two amazing center backs of AC Milan? Why not play on the ground? Try to shoot outside the box. Why is every time cross?
But do we have players that can play that way?
Like, Son can cut in and shoot on his right. Same thing with Kulu. They can take shots, but they never did.
I'm not sure if Kulu, the way he's playing right now, and I'm going to be kind to say that it's because he's injured, if he can do that. Because he's shown no ability to do that at all at the current form.
No, the current form, no, but he did against Wolves. Do you remember his shots that he took? He's capable of taking them, but you have to. One thing coaches they teach you when you're young, always make the goalkeeper work. Even if it's a bad shot, just take it. It might be your lucky day once.
I mean, I would like to see more of anything, but I think one of the problems we have is when you're talking about Perisic, for example, people will say that Ben Davies is better or Royale was better when they went over there, but they do nothing over there. And that's the problem we have, is that some of our players get credit, not when they play well, but when they don't play bad or when they do basically nothing, right? Like Ben Davies is the perfect example of this. If he doesn't have to defend or he doesn't go, even though he doesn't go forward, people are like, hey, that was a good game from Ben Davies because he did absolutely nothing.
Well, just because by being a warm body, then you just end up taking up space, just by being a warm body. So, and then you just at least you're not doing damage and you're getting out of the way of players that are better players. That's what it is. That's the problem.
What our level is, those right? See, like that's what we're saying is what you want from a left wing back is to not get in the way. Not that we want to contribute.
Yeah, but God, if we had a better left wing back, I wouldn't have an issue by saying, yeah, let him do his job. But Perisic hasn't been good since the World Cup, and he's not doing his job. And he's
I don't think he's good. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he's good. I guess I would just rather him out there because I think that he can do something positive.
But he hasn't.
Whereas Davies and Romero playing over there, or Royale, playing over there, can't do anything positive. But it's the best we're hoping for is, like I said, don't get in the way. And that's
you see on the right, Kulu and Poro, the way they exchange plays, the way like sometimes Kulu goes inside or Poro goes inside. With Perisic, it's one way and one way only, and that destroys Son. He's always on the byline, always trying to cross the ball, and it's not working.
Yeah, no, it's if we had a Poro on the left, that would be ideal, right? There would be no debate. We would just play both the double Poros and be happy. But it's like anything at football. If you're a left winger, you don't wait to stay on byline. Sometimes you go in, sometimes you go on the left. With him, it's always one way, and it's not working. He's old. He's not running.
90 minutes I'll never get back. I mean, do you even want to get back those 90 minutes?
No, second half was good. I'm not gonna be negative. Second half was good, but it was too little, too late.
Bro, that's
kind of that's what I was saying, Dietrich. So I was like, we always run out of time because
and no, but then we have a clown. Which I'm sorry, I've defended, but he's a fucking idiot. It's Romero. The guy is outside the touchline, and you fucking tackle him for no reason. And you're on the yellow card.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So Romero, so I have to admit, after Romero got sent off, I turned it off. I couldn't deal with it anymore. I was like, the game's over. The game is over. I was like, it's over. It's over. Romero, up until that point, actually had been playing, well.
He was right. He wasn't good.
Okay, maybe not playing well, because I don't actually personally think anybody was playing that well. But, but I was going to say that if he had not been back there, I think we would have conceded, like, so many times. Like, Romero held it down. There are so many times that he held it down because Liao was like all over the place. Rafael Liao was like all over the place, right? And so Romero was basically like holding it down there, and without him, we would have been completely lost, cooked, conceding so many goals at that point. But then he fucked up.
But see, there's
Yeah.
one thing about defending, like, because I was a defender growing up. They always tell you use your head and not your feet, and with him, it's always his feet. He never thinks with his challenges. What is the point of tackling someone and he's not inside your box? Does he understand he can use his arms or his body to body check him out of the way? It's always about tackles, and it doesn't work always.
Yeah.
I haven't.
I mean,
And
for
he what's worse, he injured himself. So we're gonna have to
You
like
never-
he injured himself, and what's likely is we're gonna have to start watching a rotation of like Sanchez and Tanganga
Yeah, you can put
for
your
the rest
feet.
of the season. For the rest of the season, it's gonna be a rotation of Sanchez
Yeah, and
and
then
Tanganga.
yeah, and this is what happens. And when we have fans saying, "Oh, when we had Sanchez, we won 5 games in a row," go ahead. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose against Forest next game. Watch, we're gonna lose.
I'm pretty sure. I think the Forest game is gonna be a tricky one. Like they have players now. Willian has been in form. Some of their midfielders are coming back. It's gonna be another loss. And honestly speaking, I think somehow the circumstances are turning in favor of Conte, and it's in favor of Levy at the moment. If you all look at the situation, the is bad. The way this and I would still say it's the fan base actually that's enabling Levy right now to actually sack Conte. The way they are going, a sack would happen, and actually Levy will get his way again.
But did you hear what he said after the game?
No, I haven't. I haven't heard his match
He
interview.
said that the end, my contract expires in June. We will see. They might sack me even before the end of the season. Who knows? Maybe they're disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Carl bring up a very good point. He wasn't injured. He knew he had fucked up and limped off. That's what he always does. I think he did that in the Conference League game as well
No, he injured himself.
Oh, he
He
did.
injured it. He injured himself.
I'm not too sure actually.
I haven't heard anything to know, but
Even if
like
he's injured, even if he's injured, what's the point? The season's done.
Romero injures himself so much though. He gets injured so much.
Yeah, either he's injured half
I'm
the
just
time.
I'm just assuming at this point that he's injured because he just gets injured so often.
Even if he's injured, what's the point? We're not winning anything, so.
Well, I mean, we're not winning anything. There's no point. But also, like, I don't want to watch Tanganga and Sanchez play. I just don't want to watch them play.
Yeah, but
it's just more painful to watch them.
Yeah,
That's
but
all.
see, now the season's done. Like, why would you watch the games? Like,
That's true.
I'm not that type of fan. Like, I don't care about entertainment, but like, we're not entertained by what we're watching at the moment. So there's no point anymore. I said I could struggle with the game, with the way we play, but we haven't won anything. So it's done. I'm not watching again.
Okay, Philly. I want to point out. I agree with you in the sense that Spurs is just like we ruin players. I don't know what it is. It's like players are good before they come to Spurs, and then they come to Spurs and they're not good anymore. What is with that? What is with that? I have no idea why that is the case. Like Perisic was good before he comes to Spurs, and then we ruin him.
Yeah, because at the club they knew like there was one objective. It was either win trophies or play well, and you're gonna get a big move. At Spurs, no one knows what's happening. So they just play for the sake of getting their check and go back home with their wives and have kids.
Yeah, I've watched a number of Argentina games, not all of them, and he doesn't play this reckless there. So I don't know if it's just because he doesn't care because he knows the games are meaningless for us versus Argentina, or
because
he feels he has to do too much because he's got shit around him, or a combination of both.
Because he knows he has to do too much, and he's playing with shit around him, so he just doesn't care.
The frustrating thing is like this: the tackle was so unnecessary. Like if he makes that tackle because it's in the box and it's the last man and he needs to take him out and gets a red card, fair enough. And the same thing before when he got his red card, like he went in 15 minutes with his foot like 10 feet up in the air. Like, it was such a need in the middle of the park from not a dangerous position. And that's what's most frustrating about him, right?
Yeah.
Like, if he's getting red cards because Dyer's man got beat and he has to cut, or Dyer got beat by his man and he has to slide in and take somebody out, fair enough. But a lot of his yellow cards and a lot of his tackles are so unnecessary.
I honestly, I mean, yeah, I agree. Like those are totally like fuck ups, and he needs to like keep his head cool, and he needs to be smarter. I think that like there's a lot on him though. Like there is a lot of pressure on him, and he's like feeling like he has to carry the entire back line. So his brain is probably moving at 1,000,000 miles per hour, being like, oh shit, I gotta cover this side and I gotta cover this side and I gotta do, you know, and then he just falls apart because it's like
there's pressure on him, but like just do your job first and foremost. Do not make things worse. Ever since the World Cup,
I know. I'm not using excuses. I'm not making excuses for him. Like, let's be clear, okay? I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying that that's what I think is going on. Like, he is a professional, and he should keep his head, and he should be smarter. Okay, but I do think that like because of everything that's like he has to hold the back line. He is struggling, but he, as a professional, he should be able to manage that better. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm getting at. You know,
no, there's too much for him to do. I mean,
yeah, there's just like there's a lot. He's doing a lot, and I think that like he just can't. Like he's just not doing a great job of handling that. What because he's doing so much, but that doesn't mean that he shouldn't be handling it better. You know, but like. He is absolutely doing so much. Like he's getting no help back there. Like he really isn't getting any help back there.
Yeah, but he's not helping us with taking those yellow cards and red cards. You're just making things a lot worse than what they are. If we concede, but you do your job and we lost the game, I'm not gonna blame you. But if you take red cards and you still played well, I'm gonna blame you because you made things worse.
Yeah, no, he deserves to be blamed for red card, of course. I'm just saying that the guy has a lot on him because our entire back line is shit. Like, it's bad. We know it. We already know it. It's already bad. We know it.
Don't you guys think that actually we were kind of better after that red card, the way we were playing? I felt that we were kind of better. I saw more urgency in the game than before that red card, and I think we were going forward a lot more after that red card.
Well, they walked through us like 3 times. So, like
that was scored,
right? They should have scored a couple of times.
But that was because, like, I mean, we were just running out of time, and then at least we were like, "Oh shit, we're running out of time." But you know, it would have been better if we had decided like that there was urgency. Like, I don't know, when the whistle went off at kickoff. You know, like. That's Spurs for you. It's like the last like 10 minutes, you know, they're like, oh shoot, we're running out of time. Let's start to play something.
Yeah, man. Honestly, there's another comment actually by Carl. Levy will not sack Conte. It costs too much to do it. Conte will only go if he decides to go. His comments was begging for the sack. Do you guys think that he's begging for the sack?
I think he's begging for the sack.
I think the way he said it, right, it's kind of like, hey, they might sack me. Like, why not? Yeah, I mean, I think I've said, I think he's leaving in the summer. So now he's just like, hey, sack me. Go ahead.
I used to love Conte, but lately he's been waving the white flag for absolutely every game. Honestly, he just doesn't care. I've never seen that from Conte in my lifetime.
I think because he knows at this club that things aren't getting better, right? At Chelsea, when he said what he did, things could have changed. At Inter, they already had it, right? Inter didn't even have, like, all they had to do at Inter was not sell the players, and he was fine with it. But I think here he just realizes there's nothing. There's no point. Why is he going to raise a stink, right?
But Scott, at least with his mentality, at least show to the fans, look, I'm doing my best, but these players do not listen. And at the moment, he just doesn't care. Like, for example, the substitution of Sanchez. Why the fuck did you do that? Why?
You mean the fans? You mean the fans who were calling him to be sacked like by the second game of the season.
Yes,
the second game of the season, the fans who were like talking shit about him, even though they were singing his name last season, and then by second game of this season they were like, Conte out. It's like reactive. You mean the reactive as fuck fans?
Oh yeah, but like, at least try to show. No, I'm not saying change, but like, use Son to his best. We're down in one game. Play all attack. Why do you still play with 3 defenders?
Yeah, well, I mean, Conte is. I mean, I already said it so many times. Conte, I already knew like a couple months ago already. I said that Conte wasn't going to be here. You know, like I was like, he's not going to be here. It's like he's just so he's going to walk away or he's going to get sacked. I said it so many times. I was like, it's not. We and then it just ends up being another manager that we went through. Just
No,
and
but
then
now
we
the
start all over again.
But now what pisses me off, the conversation now it's about Conte. Look at expressions. Look at Savadiriet. Look at Tobes. Look at everyone. All the big channels. They're calling for his head, because he's not helping himself. And that's the issue.
Which kind of doesn't make sense, right? I mean, you are focusing on the wrong problem, even though let's just assume that yes, Conte is the problem at this point. Let's just assume for a moment, yeah. But you are calling for the wrong problem to be solved, which won't solve anything for longer run. It's just a temporary fix that will give you like maybe Posh might come in. Okay, first 2-3 games you'll play brilliantly under him. There's a new spirit in the team, like what we had under Nuno, for instance. And then slowly you go into the season. You see all those shit that's happening right now with Conte starts repeating itself with Poch, and nothing changes. And then again, all these channels would go back. Okay, we need a manager like let's say Zidane, or we need a Ten Hag at Spurs. I mean, it just doesn't make sense, right?
Well, like first of all, no manager is gonna come over here that's like an elite manager like Zidane, or like this is not gonna happen. There's no effing way that they will come to Spurs after they have seen manager after manager not get backed by our owners. There's no fucking way that they're coming to Spurs. And then the other thing is this, like everybody that talks about like, oh, I want to play attacking, free flowing football and da 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 da. I don't think that, first of all, I don't think that Conte's football is like Conte ball is like innately like defensive. Okay. Like I don't think that he is just a good defensive playing manager and only scores on the counter attack. I think that's what the players that he has can do, and he doesn't want them to do that, but that is all they can do because they're scared shitless and they can't go forward. That being said, I will say that like, since it's timely right now, if we play attacking, free-flowing football, then what happens is what happened to Manchester United. Like you get cut open like that and you concede 7 goals. So
you can't play free attacking football with two DMs in midfield. It's just not possible.
So, but what happens is that you have, well, that's what I'm saying. Like you have to be able to be like defensive at certain points is what I'm getting at, and so you can't like just play attacking, free flowing football all the time. And with the shit players we have and the defense that we have that doesn't have the pace to be able to track back. That's the other thing I want to say. Like our players are so slow. They are slow as fuck. They are always slow. And it's not even just this game. Like every single game I watch our players and they are so fucking slow. Why? Why are they so slow? They're slow. They're slow in their pace. They're slow to pass. They're slow to decide. They're just the slowest in everything.
But can I say something about this? There was a report, I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently the players are tired of Conte's like rough like training sessions and they're tired.
That's not bullshit. Okay.
Because they have a habit of laziness in the team. Like,
but hold on. Even if it was true, I'm not saying that's definitely not true or whatever. I think it's true. But no, I'm not saying it's definitely not true. Okay, but even if it was true, this is what happens every time. Okay, when we were losing games under Poch at the, the end of his tenure. Like, it was like, oh, people are, the players are tired of Poch in his training sessions, and they feel like they're getting overworked. And then the same thing happened with Jose. At the end of Jose's tenure, it was coming out, oh, the players are sick of his training sessions. It's literally every single manager every single time. So I just like, it doesn't, I don't give a fuck if they, I don't care if they're saying like, oh, our training sessions are so bad. That's not on the manager, because you're complaining about the training sessions of every single manager.
Like what Carl Simpson is talking about.
Whenever you're starting to lose and it's like morale is bad, then suddenly the training sessions are shit. And it happens over and over again under every manager. So it's like, no. So then in that case, it's not the manager's fault, and it's not the manager's training sessions that are, to blame. That means that there's something wrong with the players. If it's literally happening every single manager, every single time, every year.
See, we know Conte is like a smart elite manager. He wouldn't be that stupid of taking the job without asking, for example, Mourinho, his best friend, like how it was, who didn't work, who cost you your job. Like, if you know the players that do not want to work or they get sick and tired, why not send them to the U23s? Like how Ten Hag did it. Be ruthless. That's how you should manage these players. If they don't want to work, then tell them just stay home and you're not part of my squad. But he gives Sanchez a chance, like Dyer a chance. If Dyer isn't good enough and like you tell he's lazy, just let him go.
But he does send guys, right? He didn't play Danjuma. He doesn't play Jed Spence.
But it's not about Jed Spence or Danjuma. I'm talking about.
But other thing is, no, but hold on, Dietrich. He doesn't have other options. If you look at it, and here's the thing, okay? I don't think that Conte is completely not at fault, okay? I think that he has faults. I think that he doesn't make changes soon enough a lot of times, and I feel like there are some issues there. But that being said, okay, as far as playing like Sanchez or something, like, he doesn't have a choice. He already exiled a shit like ton of players. He already sent Winks, Reggie, Ndombele, Lo Celso. He already sent Hill. He already sent them out on loan. We have hit the limit even. We've hit the limit on how many players you can get sent on loan, okay? We've already been trying to get rid of players, and we just won't replace players.
Yeah, but see, if like, do you remember in the summer, like before the summer, he goes to Levy and Partizan and says, I don't care about sending them on loan or not. These, like, you send them the entire list, use this player. They don't want to work. I don't want them part of my team. If you're not gonna bring me anything, I don't care. I don't care. You just you have to put pressure on this board. We don't have a choice.
But I think players like Dyer probably does work hard, right? That's why
he doesn't work hard
in training.
No,
he does.
Does.
I think he's shit, but I imagine in training he works hard, right? That's why he doesn't get sent out.
But Scott, it's like math. If you do the same shit over and over and over again, at the 200th time, you're gonna be good at some point. If you're telling me he's training well and he's still shit, then he's not training well.
I don't think he's training well. I just think he's training hard.
No, training well and hard it's the same thing. You have to be training well to be training hard. If Kane trained hard, if he trained hard all his life and became world class, it's because he had the mentality and showed that by training you can be better. But he hasn't showed that, so you have to fire him.
Yeah. But again, it's not like this isn't just Conte who's playing him, right? Jose kept playing him. Nuno played him.
Yeah, but Jose Jose almost fired Dyer at the end of the year. He started playing Roldan because he was sick and tired of this guy.
But Conte sat Dyer as well, right? He played wrongly.
Scotticino has Poch on his tongue.
That's right.
Tip of his tongue, he's thinking about Poch.
I'm getting ready. And Elias, just so you know, if there is a Poch announcement, I'm going to jump off the stream. I can't. So just if there is one, I'm going to have to jump off. Poch probably will want me to go there. I might have to travel to London to be there with him. So if I do jump off, that's probably why. But yeah, I mean, Look, I think Conte in a heartbeat would get rid of Dyer off the team. In a heartbeat, he'd get rid of
I don't
Sanchez.
think he
In a
would.
heartbeat, he'd get.
I don't think
No,
he
I
would.
think he would.
When has
I
he
don't think
ever
he would.
used players like that, though, Dietrich? When has he ever played shit players like that?
It's not about shit players or not. It's about like, if you told him right now, I'm gonna give you like a good center back or die or no, but like, I'm not sure if we're gonna get him or we're gonna try or you're gonna be content with Dyer. He's gonna say, I'm gonna be content. No one can't say that's how he thinks. That's how he thinks.
I don't know.
Philly.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Actually, the problem with Dyer, I personally think, is that is his golden years were wasted in like manager change, and manager change, because defense is is one of the most technical aspects of the game. You need to form that particular identity, like what kind of defender firstly you are, and he was already shifting from midfield to defense, and then a midfield to a center back, or sorry, right back, and then right back to a center back. It just didn't work out for him. I feel I agree with Dietrich. Like, he does work hard, I think, in the training, but he doesn't. His time has like gone, like in all these managerial changes and the different tactics coming in and different things coming in. As a
The problem
defender,
with Dyer is he needed to be like a James Tarkowski and play for Burnley or Wolves and Connor Cody, where his level is. Right, he's been carried at Spurs far too long by better players, and now we're frustrated by him because he should have never been here in the first place. If you put Dyer on Burnley, those Burnley fans aren't complaining about him because that's his level.
But Scott, look at
championship level.
I might become a Burnley fan.
Look at Cody, for example. At Liverpool, he was a midfielder, then he switched to defense, and he worked hard and became a decent center back. I still don't think he's good, but he became decent. Dyer has shown nothing to be decent, at least decent.
By the way, I've been betrayed by Dan THFC. He said he'll join us, and now Football Terrace has ended, and he's still not here.
Oh, who wants that fraud?
No, he's on what's it called?
Eagle talks.
No, never break.
No, he left Never a Foul, and then he went to Football Terrace, and
okay.
Oh God.
And both have ended, and he's still not here.
We need Dan to have a couple of hours to get all those nonsense arguments that he heard from Terry and all those fools.
He's just so popular.
So he come back here and...
The little butterfly floating around. He's just too popular.
So actually, he said that Terry said apparently today that Liverpool is gonna end up at the third spot, and he got cooked for that by the Man United fans.
No, but I'm saying like we're not even gonna finish 7th. We're gonna finish 8th this year.
I think Brighton might take over us.
They're gonna take over us.
Yeah, I think the kind of games that they have in hand, I think they still have 2 more games in hand compared to us.
Yeah, and then what's it called?
They have 3 games in hand.
Will has to give Sava $1,000 if Liverpool finishes above us.
No, to charity, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's like giving money to the devil to give him to his youngsters.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
It's like giving money to the devil. I'm not even joking.
Oh, so it's a proper bet, is it? Or it's not a joke, right?
No, it's not a joke.
It's an honest bet.
I think Will also has to get a tattoo already, I think, by now.
Yeah, Tottenham on tour tattoo. Waiting for that. He's like, no, I don't have to do it until the end of the season. I was like, yeah, but like the bet is already won. The bet is already won.
Yeah, he was saying that he will get like a small one on his.
He should have done that for the 10K and the 10K subscriber party. He should have been like.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
Yeah, he should have been like showing us all as he like goes to the tattoo shop and gets it.
Daigle should have switched it from the Tottenham Tour logo to say that Will, if you would get it, the picture of him on from the Tottenham Tour. You know those pictures they all had. So you can change it. You'll just have to get that picture of you because Will would have got that. That would have been a nice big. I'm sure Will would get that prominently placed on his as a tattoo because I know the Tottenham Tour one. He's trying to see how little he can make it, but it would have been that picture of him. He would have had that nice and prominent.
Yeah. Or he should have. Or you know what? He should have just had a just a picture of Hasper or box office
Oh.
tattooed on him.
Don't bring that guy in. I won't mind box office, but don't bring Hasper.
That would have
That
been
guy is so
hilarious.
annoying.
That would have been just really funny for Will to have that.
Imagine we took a portrait of Haz and we tattooed it on his arm. That would be hilarious.
Oh, now we're gonna get Elias in trouble. His channel's gonna get called out for all the drama.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Let them call it
No,
out.
we're just joking around here. It's fine. We're Spurs fans. What do we have to do but to joke around and laugh at
all the other
ourselves,
channels.
talk shit. We're Spurs fans.
What does it say about
We're Spurs fans. We hate each other and we hate ourselves and we hate our club.
the most interesting thing about the fan or club is the stupid bets that our fans make and all the stupid forfeits and tattoos and jerseys that they have to wear,
And-
even though they
and you notice that how many of those were as a result of Spurs letting us down.
Yeah.
Yep.
How many of the times have the fans that have backed the team had to pay forfeits because they went and stupidly backed the team?
Yeah. But you see, you guys call me out. So I know inside you call me out, but Henry never made his bet with Chelsea, and you still call me out on stream.
Well, I call Henry out, but I don't talk to Henry as much as I do you.
What was that bet?
Henry has to wear Chelsea.
Yes, any publicity is good publicity.
He made a bet about Chelsea something, and he has to wear a Chelsea shirt, but he still hasn't done it.
Okay.
I don't even know what the bet was, but I just know he's supposed to wear a Chelsea.
And if
Jersey.
I'm not mistaken, Dan made a bet that he was gonna get the Ronaldo cut, R9's cut. So I don't know which bet was it.
No, he made a bet with himself.
No. Rich. Oh, what?
Dan made a bet with himself.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
hear
He
that?
did make a bet with himself.
Wow.
Yeah, the bet was
What
with
was the
himself.
bet again?
If Spurs don't make top 4 or something like that.
Oh, if Spurs don't make top 4, you would get an R9 cut.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see Dan in an R9 cut. He'll look.
Spurs no top 4. Spurs no top 4. I want to see that cut. I want to see that haircut.
That would be an interesting one on Dan.
At this point, we're just using Spurs as like a joke to like get each other to do stupid shit. Like that's how shit our club is right now.
Reason why Conte keeps playing Dyer is because he said Dyer would become one of the best defenders in the world, and we know how much Conte doesn't want to be proven wrong. I mean, that was another one. I personally was rejoicing in my heart when Conte said that, like, yeah, Dyer can become one of the best defender of the world when Conte came in, but slowly I realized.
That's my cuckoo clock. Sorry. Continue.
No, that's a good time to put that up. Then I woke up. I realized, no, that's not happening.
Didn't Jose say something about that? Like, Dyer, you can be one of the most important defenders for me or something?
Yeah. He did say something like that.
I don't
But
know
you're
what
right.
it
The
is.
the timing is impeccable. My cuckoo clock went off during that time. Cuckoo.
Wake up.
Cuckoo.
It's Dyer.
that comment is cuckoo.
Yeah, I mean, like it's kind of like the Dyer one. Actually, I was pretty excited that when we heard about that, then suddenly like Dyer can be one of the best defenders of the world on the bench. Like Maguire, right? Carl Simpson.
Did you guys hear what Richie just said on an interview? What a clown. Yeah, he said on the Brazilian media that he criticized his lack of minutes and how bad the season has been.
Yeah, because like if he got more minutes, then our season would be so much better.
Hopefully that means he's pushing his way out.
That's the reason why the season is bad, is because Richie hasn't gotten enough minutes.
That's Dan's excuse, right?
That's totally the reason why the season has been bad, because Richie has not gotten enough minutes. You mean no goals, Richie? No goals in the Prem, Richie? No goals in the Cups, Richie? That's the reason. Sure.
Or the other reason is that he hasn't played in his natural position, which is number 9, right?
That's right. When players don't play in their natural position, they lose the ability to pass the ball, shoot the ball, control the ball. I mean, how can you expect him to control a pass and not pass it straight out of bounds if he's playing on the left wing? He doesn't
But he
understand what the
played
dimensions of the
well.
field.
He played well under Everton as a left winger as well. He wasn't that bad as totally.
Carl, Richie, you're saying Richie wants out. You know what? He's like the new, Bergwijn. New Bergwijn, who's just sitting on the bench with a long face.
No, Kane's going to leave this summer. Conte will leave this summer. Richarlison will be happy because he'll be our main striker and we'll be 12th place in the table next year.
He has 0 goals. How would we finish 12? We would finish like 20th.
Well, I'm assuming we still have Son here, so and Bentancur. But if Son and Bentancur leave, then we're screwed.
Son will not. He will never ever recall from this year. He will not. I'm telling you this right now. He's done at Spurs.
Son, I
hope he leaves. He should. He deserves
better.
He's
done at Spurs. Like his head is gone. He's just
but leaving. He's not going to give up. I don't know if he's going to let him go because of.
He's going to ask for a lot of money. And
yeah, just do a mutual. What's it called?
Was he even invited at the Ballon d'Or night? I'm like, why would they invite?
No, I think he wasn't invited because he wasn't good enough.
Oh, like was Richarlison at the? Are you talking about Richarlison, Carl Simpson, or?
You mean the FIFA? You mean the FIFA awards night? He wasn't at the Ballon d'Or. I think you mean the FIFA awards night because he got nominated for the Puskas.
The Puskas Award, yeah.
Yeah. Which is, which is also so crazy when you think about the fact that like the last 3 years, we've been getting like the Puskas Award. Like we had Sonny get the Puskas Award. We had Lamella get the Puskas Award. And then we had Richie like nominated for the Puskas.
And he did.
But yeah, but then we're such a shite team. We don't win anything. But we apparently score the prettiest goals in the world, some of the prettiest goals in the world. So, yeah.
But it wasn't even for us, it was for Brazil.
I know. But our players, that's what I'm getting at. But that's what's funny.
He's not our player, he's not my player. Okay. I have disowned this guy.
Dan just texted he forgot he had football training today, so he's going for football training.
Oh, what a liar.
What kind of time is that for football training? What time is it in UK or US right now?
It's 7 p.m.
Yeah. 7 p.m. Oh, it's a night training maybe. I don't know.
I've never seen training at 7 p.m.
No, I think like the other day, Iggy also dropped his kids quite late for the training. I think some clubs they do night training on the weekdays perhaps.
Yeah, but Dan's a YouTuber and Andrew Tate. He decides when he wants to go.
Hold on, Carl. Exactly. Now Richie can go ahead and put his nominated for a Puskas Award in the trophy cabinet, and then he's truly Spurs. Just he can put that there, and then Spurs just along the lines of how Spurs has in our trophy cabinet we have UCL finalist. We have that in our trophy.
Well, he at least have Copa America in 2019.
No, I know. Well, that's the thing. It's like, he becomes a Spurs player and then it just and then he starts to bottle shit because he's a Spurs player.
By the way, guys, I think Dan still doesn't know that Richarlison has a Copa America because somebody asked him the other day, what has Richarlison won? He said Olympics. He doesn't know. Don't tell him. Otherwise, he'll go even bigger on Richarlison thing.
He was nominated. Philly. He was nominated for the World Cup Brazil goal that was a volley. I think it was the scissor kick volley.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. By the way, guys, we have Goguma in the chats. Goguma, why don't you join us? We'll have a very good combo, like some negative fans and some very positive fans. Like
I wasn't negative today, so that should be CQ and Scott. I was
You were kind of
positive.
like on the fence, I
Hey
suppose.
man, I've been having a good time here. Okay.
Okay, so
Remember,
it's Scott's.
I'm
What are you
always-
talking about? I've been super positive about our team. I
Yeah,
said
to
we
be
could
fair,
finish
I
12th,
was
and you
quite
said
positive.
no, we're going to finish relegation. So
No, I said with Richie would finish relegation.
No, Dietrich's is the most negative of us so far.
Chill.
I
I
think
said
I've
the
been the
season
more
started.
negative one today.
I said we would win the Champions League. I got it wrong. I was positive.
and if Poch come in tonight, I think we could win the title this year.
Watch is
If we
coming
get
tonight.
Poch in, if we get Poch in this week, we could win the title.
Yeah, Goguma, come on. We need a little bit of your light.
Lightheartedness.
it's we're in the dark ages. There are dark times here.
Show us the light. Yeah, I think I did send the link at Goguma. I think it's in the chat there. Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
it's
7:30. I have to leave.
7:30. You also got football training.
No, gotta go to the gym.
Oh, okay, you got gym training.
He's getting his frustration out.
Well, I swear to God,
What-
I need something.
What
I
are
need
you
my,
gonna
like,
practice today?
meditation.
Are you gonna practice on the punch bag today?
No, yeah, there's the punching bag. No, I'm not. No, either's gonna. I'm gonna punch someone or gonna punch the puncher. I'm gonna see. It depends. If
Oh,
someone
okay,
make,
yeah.
if I say Man United
No worries,
fan make
Goguma.
fun of me, I'm gonna lose my head.
Actually, there are a lot of Chelsea fans. They have started to text me suddenly. I don't know why. They were all like this particular Chelsea fan. He hasn't contacted me like in about a year or so.
That's
only
because
talk
they
like
got to the quarterfinals. I don't know
Just
how
the
that shit. I don't know how
It-
that shit Chelsea team got to the quarterfinals
I also
and
don't know.
we crash out.
But imagine
We're
they win the
disgusting. We're utterly disgusting.
Imagine they win the Champions League with Potter. That would be one of the worst days of my life if it happened.
That would be like hilarious. It would be so hilarious if Arsenal win the league this season, Chelsea wins Champions League this season, and we finish outside of top four.
Best
and
possible
crashed out
scenario.
of every trophy.
But I mean, believe me, there will be still a few fans, which I won't name names, who will be defending Levy, like, oh, Levy shouldn't be abusing Levy, and all those kind of shit, like, oh, protest is like abusing people and all that. That's one
Ally,
of the
say
things.
their name.
Huh?
Say their name. Be a man. Say their name, bro.
Spurs between the lines. Mia, are you listening?
Who?
Spurs between the lines. I think Cube knows Mia. Mia is the one who will say that.
Oh,
Yeah, we
yeah,
should.
that's for CQ.
Yeah. Seriously, Mia is one of those, like, I was on a show the other day and I actually just say that, oh, Daniel Levy is like is a clown, something like that, and then he was like, no, we shouldn't be calling people names, and actually we should, the protesting is like abusing people. Like, I mean, since when protesting is like abusing, and we shouldn't be protesting on the game days and all that. Like, I mean, I gave up the other day. Carl Simpson was there, so I mean, all respect to Mia, but that's one narrative I just don't agree with her on.
Yeah, well,
That's such a crazy opinion to have. Makes no sense, but yeah, everybody's allowed their own opinion.
yeah, everybody is allowed different opinions. I mean, and it's very clear that there are a lot of them, a lot of different opinions in the Spurs fan base. I mean, we're like, that's the funny thing. This fan base, we're at war with each other, and it's just like funny because we're like completely having a meltdown and capitulating right now. We're capitulating just like our team. Our team is capitulating, and so are we. The community is capitulating along with our team right now.
Did you guys see what's the Alex CHFC's title of his video of today? The
No, I haven't.
match reaction. He said,
No.
went to sleep and had to wake me up, and we're out of the Champions League.
That's such a big title. Went to sleep, woke up, we are out.
Woke up, we're at the Champions League.
Didn't you go for the game?
Sorry?
Okay, let's look at the comments there. Okay, the comments there are my sympathies for watching the poop show. Alex, Emerson, and PH work hard and played well, deserves better from their teammates. Romero was sent out because he's the only defender of ours worth a damn, and his heart. He's reckless, though, keen and unapathetic. And then there are all the people out there saying, Mr. Box Office Conte out
Who said that?
in the comments of Alex video. But he went for the game, right? Yeah, he's there in the stadium. If you don't know, get to know. Mr. Box Office went to sleep and he woke up and then we were out.
Professor of Truth and Entertainment.
Conte. Let me try to translate what Goguma has typed. Anybody here can read Korean?
Ask CQ.
I can understand a little bit if somebody is speaking, but I can't read it.
I can barely read English.
No worries, Goguma. No worries at all.
Something I do want to say about Conte, in regards to he's like, maybe they'll sack me because they're disappointed before the end of the season, blah, 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 right? Well, I mean, he's not oblivious to the fact that, like, fans in the stadium were seeing, Pochettino, he's magic, on the way out of the stadium. So, like, I mean, loudly. So I think that, like, he's not oblivious to the fact that, like, people want him out of the club. You know what I mean? So it's like, of course he's going to say that because he's like, well, my days might be numbered at this point.
You see, even Goguma is usually very positive. Even she is worried today.
Yeah, but the defense saying Poch is magic. They were the same fans that were calling for his head at the end of the year. Last time he was here. So why'd you call him magic if you wanted him out?
Basically, they are just dumb idiots.
Because you know what? Because of memories, and that's what we want to do. We want to hold on to those Champions League memories, those sweet Champions League memories.
No, a memory has to be significant. Making a Champions League is nothing serious.
Well, that's the thing. That's what's significant for us. Our most significant thing has been that Champions League final. Oh, the memories. That's the most significant thing that we've had in, like, ages.
Yeah.
Instead of looking forward and thinking that we can make more memories, that we can make memories of winning a trophy, our fans want to look backward and think of that sweet memory of when we got to the final.
Yeah, I mean, I really get sometimes a bit fed up. Like, sometimes the channel's talking about all those past things, that the Gareth Bale days and all the Glenn Hoddle days, and some of these channels, they do the kind of content where they actually talk about, like, the all-time Spurs 11 and stuff like that. And it's nothing wrong, but I think that we need to come out of those sentiments now, and we need to look forward rather than looking backward. We look backward a bit too much, like, we used to be a glorious club. We have the glorious history, the glorious past. Past is past. Who cares, man? Seriously, like, even sometimes it's a little embarrassing when I have to tell somebody that we were the first English club to actually win a European trophy. Like how long ago was that? My grandma even wasn't born back then, I think.
We're like that guy that had a hot girlfriend. She cheated on him. Then he wants to go back with her. That's us. Because he never moves forward.
Yeah.
No, that's what I was saying before about it. I was like, why would you want to just go back? Why do you want to go back? I don't know. It's like we're constantly, like, caught up with the past. Like, we can't get over. It's like bad relationships. We just can't get over. It's over, and you can't get over them.
Yeah, I mean, again, this fan base really deserves, like, some big thing. But even like, let's say somebody was saying that even if, like, say we finish out of top 4 and Arsenal and Chelsea were to win the league, do you guys really think that actually this fan base would go all out and actually ask for Levy to get out?
Well,
no.
The best chance, you have to blow up the stadium. It's true. I'm being honest. You have to blow up the stadium.
By the way, guys, it's Trick's own opinion. I don't promote any form of violence here.
The only way, okay, fans, listen to this. The only way it work if we go in and beat the crap out of Levy inside the stadium and break everything. I'm not even joking. I'm being serious now. This we have to do like Man United. Break
But
inside, like stop a game. Something has to change because protesting clearly doesn't work.
no, okay, protesting does work if everybody is
It's
united, and we are not
not work.
united. We are Spurs.
The only way protesting works when you have ultras that take it another step forward. But if it's like a silver protest, it never works.
I mean, yeah, that's another one. Like, the we don't have that sort of we don't have that sort of a mentality in our club as well. Like, I think we are just too nice as people. Like, sometimes I ask some of my Malaysian friends, they always say that why do you suppose you know what they were telling me, like, oh, when we go for the meetings and all that as a club, Daniel Levy is such a nice person. They are also nice when we do our club meetings and all that. Like, who cares, man? People are nice. You are not winning anything, and the Spurs fans are just so nice. They're so welcoming. And we have just become that nice sort of a people, I suppose.
Well, I'm telling this right now. In 20 years' time, we're gonna keep Levy. He's gonna be there. And
Yeah, if he's alive.
yeah, do you remember that? I thought maybe Scott and CQ they remember this guy. Do you remember this guy that went to a fortune teller and said that Levy will leave
William
before?
Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly. I swear to God, this guy's gonna. He got scammed.
Well, he already got it wrong. He already got stuff wrong, but because we were supposed to win. Something happened last year. We weren't getting top 4, I think he said last year. Something happened. It's already wrong. He said Conte was going to outlast Conte. We're going to win the FA Cup this year. Conte was going to outlast Levy. We're going to have a female owner or female chairman. Yeah, it did not go very well, that fortune teller's predictions.
Yeah, like the female owner and all that. I think now
Well, the
there's a
female
discussion.
owner thing was because Joe Lewis
Joe
is
Lewis.
old and his daughter will take over, and apparently his daughter like hates Levy.
Yeah, apparently his daughter is not a big fan of Levy, and she would rather take over the club. But there's an involvement, right? Like, Levy has some form of a share in Unique, and there are certain clauses in his business investments and all that he would be the chairman. I don't know if anybody know about that part. Like, do you know, Scott or Dietrichs?
I don't
Like,
know about any like deals that he has. I know that he has shares in Enoch, and which means that he has shares in the club. But I don't know about any sort of like backroom deals that he has to be involved in certain things. But
Enoch owns Tottenham, but Levy owns shares at Enoch. So
okay.
if let's say his daughter goes to the board of meeting and says fire Levy, he will be fired and keep his shares. But he's gonna get his money, but he's not gonna control anything. He's just fired.
Yeah.
So hopefully she fires this clown, and we bring another bald headed like Scott M.
that's what we need. First thing I would do is fire Dietrichs as a fan. Make sure he's banned from the club.
It's so funny how much you have the same resemblance as Levy. Glasses, bald, and negative
No.
and deluded.
But that's the thing. Does Levy own like over 25% of the club, or he owns over 25%?
No, he
of
owns
Enoch?
Levy.
Unique?
No, he owns Enoch. He doesn't own the club.
He
Yeah,
owns like 29%. He has 29% of the shares of Enoch, which has 85% of the shares of Spurs. So something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not enough for him to ever have total control, but it's enough for him to have a significant role than just being. He's not just an employee. I mean, the other thing is that I don't think Lewis doesn't care about the football club, right? Like I don't want to say he doesn't know he owns a football club. I'll say that when I'm trying to be kind of humorous and mean spirited, but he doesn't care, right? Joe Lewis doesn't care if Heung-min's son starts or doesn't start. He doesn't care if we bring in Bentancur. He doesn't care if we bring in Bastoni. He doesn't care about the day-to-day running. That's why he's rarely ever at the club. So all he cares about is Levy bringing me money or not. Like I don't think Joe Lewis would care if Levy was hands on or hands off, right? I don't think he cares either way. I certainly don't think he tells Levy, "Hey, you better meddle in the footballing decisions." But he just says, "Run the football club and make sure that the bottom line looks good," right? So
Yeah. Uh, guys, just give me a minute. My intern just texted me. Don't post it yet. Okay. He wants to do a posting for my company. Yeah.
no problem. We can come up
Yeah.
with something to talk about. I'm sure, like when Dietrich's
Yeah.
gonna let.
Actually, this is another concern. Like, let's say even if Levy were to get out, or if let's say Joey Levy's daughter comes on, Levy would, I think, still have a significant role. So I personally think that both Enoch and Levy have to go out if something big needs to happen in this club. Some big change has to take place. I hope Levy is trying to sell the club, and he has been assigned with that or something. That F1 links and all that. I hope it's true.
Elias, I'll just switch devices. I'll go on my PC. Give me not even a minute, okay?
And then you'll show us your face today, is it?
No, that's not gonna happen.
Just kidding.
I mean, I think it's always possible because football isn't like they're not like Abramovich, right? They didn't buy the club because they love football and they want to have it to be part of the right. They're not football fans, so it's always possible for them to sell the club. But the reality is they are able to make so much money from the club, not just from the football money they make, but they leverage the money, right? They use the club as leverage so that they can build a stadium, which they can then make all their which they can make money from all the other activities that they bring in. They use the club to leverage to make all the property development that they're doing around the club, right? So it's more than just a football club to them. It's a business opportunity. So we can talk all about the football stuff that we want to see changed, and we want to bring change as football fans. But if they're still making, I mean, the money that they're going to make on their property deals probably dwarfs anything they make in football, right? So that's always the problem that we're kind of fighting against as fans who want to see changes to the football club is there's a very real possibility that they make so much money outside of football that any impact that we can have as football fans really means nothing. Now, when I say that, that doesn't mean that we should stop protesting. Doesn't mean that we shouldn't do that. Like I fully think that we should protest all the time. That we should continue to keep the heat on them for a couple of different reasons. But it does mean that just because we protest, I don't think you're going to see results solely from that because Enoch just has too much money that they make that are not related to football, not related to game day revenue, not related to season tickets and stuff.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
mean,
Sorry guys. I gotta jump. Something just came up. But go Wrexham.
I think in few more weeks I'll be changing my channel name to Step Up Rex.
All right, bye boys.
See, kid.
Yeah. By the way, Dietrich, do you know a lot about this whole leverage debt thing? Actually, how does it work? Because I'm not a good finance person in this term.
No, you gotta ask what it goes to it. I don't know about those things.
But what I want to know is when Kane leaves the summer with Dietrich, change his name to Dietrich. No, he will actually he'll become a Manchester United fan, right, Dietrich?
No, I hate United. Please don't say United. I hate this club. I hate
So
them.
let's just say if Kane were to leave Tottenham, which team would you support?
If he leaves Spurs, still gonna support Spurs, but I won't care. If we lose, win, I wouldn't care. Unless we win trophies, I'm gonna stop.
What would be your last name then?
He's going to be Dietrich's Royale. He loves Royale.
Oh, you love Royale, really?
I hate Royal. Please don't start with this guy.
You were talking about him in the WhatsApp group so much today about how much you love him, how much you want him to play,
He's better than Perisic.
how important he is.
He's better than Perisic. That's not my fault.
Yeah, I mean,
Perisic is shit, man.
at this point he is better than Perisic, but I mean some players. But today he was not that great. I don't think Royal was great today. And you can tell Barry. Everybody can go and tell Barry. Elias said that yeah. That Royal was not better today. He was shit. Like I would blame him to a certain extent that yeah, why we couldn't take hold of some
No,
other
the
opportunities
one
we
that
had.
has to be blamed. I'm sorry, it's your guy. And Will Stewart's guy, Son, was not good. It's
Which
on
guy?
him.
Which is my guy?
Son, human son.
Okay, I would take it because he has the least of the sofa score ratings as well, so the stats are not looking very good for
No,
him.
they were good.
I don't know if Will is there to defend him. Today I can't defend him. But honestly speaking, it's actually basically I think it's that whole Perisic thing is not helping Sun. To be honest, Perisic is not helping Sun.
He had how many?
Yeah, but actually, do you all want to look into the stats?
He had
Let's look into
40
the stats.
minutes.
We have,
40 minutes to change the game. He did fuck all.
I
I mean, his
mean,
son was better than freaking Kulu, who was terrible. I thought Kulu was
No,
the
they were
worst
both
player out there
shit.
today.
They were both
yeah, Kulu
crap.
was kind of bad today.
Do you want me
Uh,
to share my screen?
I can share my screen actually for the stats. Oh, you want to share your scan also? It's
No, okay.
you can share yours. You can share yours. Go ahead.
Watch out, this
Since
is going to
we
be Dietrich's. He's going to do like the tap in Tobes.
No,
it's
that's not
okay,
happening.
bad
Nobody's
to
going to
stream.
share.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start with the biggest clown of the game, him. Okay, where is his defensive? He won 0 ground duels. 0 out of 5.
That's bad for him, honestly.
And he lost possession 11 times and he's a defender. Have you
Yeah,
ever
as a
seen
defender,
that?
it's quite bad as well.
Long
Accuracy
ball
of passes
0.
is bad. That's bad.
Dribble pass once. Interception blocks once. Clearance once. That's terrible.
Bro, just want to ask, can you go to the full screen mode for this, if possible?
What do you mean full screen?
The hold on, let me try if I can do that. There's a way you can actually go full screen. Let me try that. Because from where I'm looking at it, it looks very small to me. How does Will get it so big? I can't get it that big. Huh? Yes.
I have no clue how you get to big two.
Let's. How to get it big? Okay, we'll ask Will later. Yeah, but his heat map, for instance. Dietrich, your screen sharing has stopped, is it?
Because I
Yes, we
thought
are
you were.
talking about.
Those sofa scores are insane. Have you seen? Well, obviously, you're looking at
Yes,
them.
Carl, we do talk about stats. Actually, we are doing this show today because Will is not doing that rant show as he is out of town. So usually we do that at his stream every Sunday night or Saturday night, whichever day the game is. So today we are doing it uh, in to keep Will's legacy going on.
Now we have been. Can you guys see what I have to make it bigger?
We're being way too nice to the chat for it to be a Will Stewart show.
Is it good now?
Yeah, this chat is a bit too nice.
Is it big?
Yeah, it's big enough. Yeah.
Okay, now you go to Ben Davis. Ben Davis.
Take care, Goguma.
Think you're going
Ben Davis. Yes, I can have a look at it.
Defensively, he wasn't that bad. But
50%.
going forward, he was pretty awful. Lost the ball 11 times. Couldn't cross the ball correctly. Couldn't pass. I don't know what
Yeah.
to make of this guy. He is so average.
Honestly, I don't remember any bad defensive plays from him.
Yeah,
It's
he
not-
was I think the best among the back three for me
Defensively, he was okay, but going forward, he was pretty awful.
because it was not his job today. He was a left center back, not a left wing back per se.
But Longley was. He was
Okay,
okay.
50, he was
He was
okay as
okay.
well.
He did well.
Block shots, he was fine. But I think Davis had a better game still. I don't know, somehow Clement Langley has a better rating. Despite the fact that Langley got a yellow card, I don't know why he is having such a significantly higher rating compared to Ben Davis.
But it's mostly the passing and the touches. He got 57 times the ball.
Perhaps his accuracy of passes is 91. That's good.
Yeah, that's excellent when you won.
Yeah.
And he hasn't lost the ball many times, 4 times.
And he has 3 long balls, which 5 long balls out of which 3 were accurate.
It's not bad. It's excellent.
Yeah. So it's actually not a bad game from him. Like, I mean, looking at the stats.
It's not bad, bro. Then when we go to this guy, now it's another situation.
Accuracy
At
of
the ball,
passes,
25,
64%.
64. Crosses 0. Long balls, at least he got 1.
0 cross for a wingback is bad, really.
He took 0 shots. Dribbles attempted, of course, 0. But defensively, he was okay. He was okay.
Yeah, aerial deals 1. Okay, 2 out of 2. Nothing
But
to
he
really.
lost possession 10 times. For when you had touched the ball 25 times, that's pretty bad.
No, I mean, it's a percentage, so, but still, it's quite bad, like 10 times.
Going forward, he was bad, but defensively, he was okay.
Like, what
He
out of
tackled.
25, if you lose 10, what percentage would that be? Let me calculate it. 10 divided by 25 is 40%, which is quite bad. Like, he lost 40% of the possession that he had.
Yes, I know it's bad. Like, the amount of touches he had the ball, he kept the ball 15 times on his feet.
Yeah.
But then him, I was not impressed.
Okay, his accuracy of passes, as usual, was good.
Yeah, because he always passes sideways.
Yeah, he wasn't. But I think there were 1 or 2 good passes from him that we just couldn't capitalize. I say
Yeah, but
the forward line
dribble-
just couldn't apply. Like he had a few good passes towards Son. When Richie came on, he gave some good passes to Richie as well. But again, we just didn't. They both didn't capitalize it. There was 1 towards Richarlison. Sorry, towards Kulu as well. No, 2 passes he made towards Kulu, which Kulu also didn't capitalize. So
yeah,
I
but
would
what
say that
bothers- Sorry, so good.
I would say that he had a decent game, not a bad game, to be honest.
Yeah, but what annoys me with him, do you remember here? He received the ball and you just see Skip screaming at him like, pass it like this, and he just passes it back because he's not capable of turning the ball like Bentancur.
Yeah. I really miss Bentancur in these kind of games.
Yeah. And even his XG of his shots, it was pretty bad, 0.03.
I can't believe he has a key pass. I can't remember any good passes he made today.
No, there was 1. I think he made it towards Richarlison. Didrix, can you check the key pass that chart as well? Like, which key pass was it?
I don't know how you can see that. Just his key pass one. No, I don't think
Yeah, I'll need to
it's
look for it.
I think it's maybe Kulu. When he passes it through to Kulu.
Yeah, I think that was a Kulu pass.
No, Skip
Okay, he had a
has-
good game. He had a good
he
game.
had
I
a
won't
good
deny
game.
that.
63 times, which is a lot. 34% not bad. More balls received. Defensively, he did the best job.
13, 8 out of 13, not bad. 1 aerial duel, 1
Tackle
possession.
6, dribble best twice.
How much possession he had?
He had possession. What is it? Possession loss. And he got the ball 63 times, so it's not bad.
Okay, so 63. So he lost the ball how many times?
He lost the ball 9 times.
I think he did well for what he can do. I know that might not sound like an insult, but I mean he didn't do enough creatively because he doesn't have that ability, right? And it's not his fault
But
that
he
he's
tried.
stuck playing with Hoiberg, and we don't have anybody to do that. But so I thought Skip did about as well as you could expect him to do.
Yeah.
The problem is we need a better player than him playing in our midfield. We need a player that has the attacking ability, creative ability that Skip doesn't have. So, but credit to him, he did about as well as you would expect. I certainly aren't. I'm not going to blame him for anything today, but I just think it shows we need a different player, right? We need a different kind of player. We need a better player
If we
than him.
want, if we want to play two in midfield, it has to be Bentancur and Bissouma. People good on the ball.
Bentancur and Bissouma, is it?
Yeah. For example,
But Bissouma has been bad, bro, since he
no,
has
I mean
joined
like
us.
when he was good at Brighton, of course.
Oh, Bissouma in his prime, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I feel
I don't think he works that well in the two for whatever reason, which isn't a great comment on him because I think we get stuck up too much on like, oh, he can play this. I think good players can play in any system, and maybe Basuma should be able to adapt to it, and he just hasn't. But we were talking earlier about players
Yeah,
that
but
will
Son
do
is a good,
better.
Son and Cole are good players and they struggle in the system. So not
yeah.
everyone can do well in the system. It depends on the player.
We'll see. I think Basuma, if Conte left, he might be one of the players that does fit better with the new manager if they're playing a different system. But again, I would rather players that just work in any system because they're quality players. So, but we'll see.
But we don't buy close to
Yeah.
what's it called?
Yeah, actually, by the way, I want to make
Attention.
a comment. The possession lost for Skip is only like 14% of the possession he lost, which is not bad for a midfielder.
And then we have this clown.
Honestly, I mean,
Look at the crosses, please. Focus on this.
0. Okay, long balls, 2 accurate long balls. I don't know which were the 2 accurate long
No,
balls
when
he
he
had.
made he was here and made a diagonal pass to Francis.
Oh, okay.
The other way around.
The wing to wing.
57
long ball.
times the ball, lost the ball 11 times.
That's not that bad actually.
Defensively, he did his job against
Yeah, that's what
an
20% of the possession we
against
lost.
a good left winger. Tackles, he did his job, but going forward, he's still shit.
I mean, stat wise, he doesn't look that bad, but on the pitch, he was.
It's things that is bad.
Yeah.
It's those things. You cannot play a wing back and not be able to cross the ball.
He didn't show much urgency, I guess I'll say, in the game
No, he's slow.
to go forward.
I think it's why you pair stats with watching, right? But even the stats it says, right? No key passes, 3 attempted crosses with none of them worked. Like
I
none
think
of those
stats
actually
also
being
focus a lot more on the
successful.
defensive aspect.
He just,
of the-
I'm sorry, as what is the whole thing I've said all year when everybody was saying how great he was those 3 or 4 games. Even in those games where he was supposedly great, he offered nothing going forward, right? He scored that goal when West Ham defenders basically saw, oh, it's Royale, we don't have to take him seriously. And he scored a goal. But like he's still in all those games he was supposedly great. He never put in quality crosses, he never put in quality passes. He's still that because he can't do it. He's so limited, and we can't. I just wish we could get away with players that are so limited. Players that we're happy with. Oh, he's a wing back and he's playing defense, right? Even if you're a fullback, you're not going to be successful. Teams don't have fullbacks who only defend. Maybe if you're like an elite defender, but not if you're an average defender with no offense, no attack.
No, yes.
Yeah.
You can, but like, for example, Manu play with Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka is not good going forward, but he does his job defensively.
But even then, I think that Wan-Bissaka holds him back from being at the top level. Right? If they replaced him with a quality fullback who can do both things, I think they'd be a lot more dangerous.
But he won a trophy playing this way, so you can win the trophies. Unlike us, we had the two best going forward fullbacks in Danny Rose and Walker, and they won nothing. That's crazy.
Honestly, actually, I would have still kept Doherty over him when Doherty left
No,
us. Like, I don't
no,
understand that.
Pochettino was terrible.
Get rid of
Yeah.
both of them.
For
I
me,
mean,
I might.
comparatively, if I would have a choice, I would have kept Doherty because he
Me,
can
I
play both
might.
sides.
For me, maybe you could play Anderson at right and send it back on there. If we don't sell him.
I might have,
Well,
but Conte clearly likes Royale better, and that's what we should be making. That's why, not to go off on a tangent here, but I will. When everybody's complaining about Danjuma not playing, the bigger problem is why did we bring a player in on a 6-month loan that the manager didn't want? Whether you think Danjuma is the greatest player or not, doesn't matter. Why are we bringing in a player on a 6-month loan for
I don't
that a
understand a lot
manager
of it.
clearly doesn't want? Like, it's
He
insane.
played he played old Lucas Moura over him in the last game. I mean,
Yeah, it's like,
but
why would we bring him in? I mean, I don't rate the guy, but even if I did rate him, you can't bring in players that the manager doesn't want, and that's why I'm fine with them getting rid of Doherty over Royale, because I think that Conte showed a few times, and maybe it was because of the injury, but he played Royale a lot more. So I think that obviously, I think Conte was fine with it, but really, let's get rid of them both. Let's get rid of them all. Let's just get rid of everybody and restart.
That'll
yeah,
put you this ginger color.
yeah. Actually, I want
Okay.
to look at his passing accuracy. Okay, crosses here. Only okay. That's bad for a winger. That's a bad stat. Like only one cross that was accurate is a bad stat.
But he cannot do the math as well.
Ground
He was
rules
about
3 out of
50
9.
times.
And how many touches he had?
60.
60. So 15 out of 60. I think about 25%. Yeah, that's 88%
About
accuracy of his passes.
he doesn't shoot, he doesn't do anything. Look at his shot. 0, 0, 0.
Okay, Fabrizio Romano has posted something about Spurs. I don't know what's that.
Yeah, he
Everybody's
said,
sending me that.
I'm honest, the season has been shit. I want to play. I don't understand the quotation mark Conte's choices. I wasn't part of the moment. And Conte put me on the bench again. Yesterday, he tested me in the 11th and benched me again. Because you're shit.
There's some.
Are you on your laptop, Dietrich?
Yeah.
We can't hear what you're saying, or I can't, anyways. I don't know what you're.
Okay, I can read it for you. I'm on. So Richarlison said, "I'm honest. This season has been shit. I want to play tells TNT Sport. I didn't understand Conte's choices. I was in positive moment, and Conte put me on the bench again. Yesterday, he tested me in the starting 11 and then bench again. Basically, now I'm beginning to see that the players want to throw Conte under the bus. If you
He
ask me,
wants to throw Conte under the bus because he doesn't like him.
perhaps I don't
What
know what.
positive moment was he in? He's never played well for us this
No,
year.
he
Like,
said.
He has never played well. Yeah, like
what is this
'Cause
positive
said-
moment he was in?
No, because he said okay, so basically he said I was coming off good wins against West Ham and Chelsea, and all of a sudden he puts me on the bench. So basically he says he was part of the winning games.
I don't know. When he says, yesterday he tested me in the starting 11 and then bench again. Like, what did you think was going to happen, Richarlison? You're not good enough to play ahead of Kane. You're not good enough to play on the left wing ahead of Son. You're not good enough to play on the right wing when you're playing on the right wing ahead of Kulu. Like, maybe he thought he was going to come in here and earn a spot, but
it's actually
like I
our
said,
fans. It's some of our fans who actually make these players think like, okay, they deserve the chance. Like that Hasper, who has been defending him all this season, like, oh, that Richarlison hasn't had the chance. He has not been playing in this matchup. Then these kind of fans are the ones who actually give these players that opportunity to come out and say all this nonsense. I mean, I don't even blame him. I blame the fans for this.
like I mean, I don't blame him if he wants to think like to back himself, and maybe I should say like if he thinks like, hey, I'm good, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to challenge Kane, I'm going to challenge Son, but then when he comes in here and plays like crap, I don't want to hear him trying to put the blame on Conte, like he was in a positive place and Conte put him on the bench and that's the problem. It's like, no, you were useless. Yes, we won games, but you weren't part of the win. You didn't help us out. You did nothing. Like, take some
He
blame
did
for
not.
yourself. Now, like I said earlier, I think what's going to happen is Conte's going to leave and Richarlison's going to stick around and he'll be happy. But man, if we could get Richarlison out of the club, if he could try to push his way out of the club, ooh, what a dream that would be. But
Exactly. I mean, there's a Chelsea fan who has been telling me that actually your fans just love Daniel Levy. Even Chelsea fans can tell us that actually our fans love Daniel Levy, and some of our fans still think that okay, he's not the problem.
no,
I
there's
mean,
always people because they don't want to blame. It's the same reason, like, right, when we're talking about people want Poch back. People want Poch back because it's easier to believe that if we just bring Poch back, we're going to get great football. We're going to start winning again, right? It's easier to believe that than to say, you know what we really need is 10 to 15 new players in the club. Because that's not going to happen. Whether it's right, that's not going to happen. But if you fool yourself into thinking that Poch coming back is going to fix our problems, well, that's possible. That's not only possible, it seems like it's quite likely. I think none of us would be surprised, right? If Poch came back in the summer, would anyone be surprised? Elias, I don't think you'd be surprised.
I
I
won't be
would be,
surprised even if he comes this week. I won't be
Yeah,
surprised.
right. So it's
if he
easy
comes, I
for
would be
fans to say,
surprised.
"Oh, we'll
I
just
would be
have Poch
surprised.
back and then we're great," which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Carl Simpson had made a few comments. Let me just read them. Richie has been shot and a shot in the world. Does he think he deserves a start? No, he doesn't deserve a start. Oh, sorry, he's been shit. In what world does he think he deserves a start?
Exactly.
He
Yeah.
doesn't deserve a start. Like last Richie is a hothead. He always has been that. Is all on him. He hasn't been good enough. I mean, 100% agree. Like, what has he done so far that actually gives him any sort of an opportunity even to come up and make this kind of statement? If Kane were to say this, okay, let's just say I understand that this club has been shit and all that. You have been shit yourself, and you can't make this kind of statement. I feel that happens with every club. Loads of United fans still like the Glazers. Really, but at least there's a big amount of them who still don't like Glazers. Big up KPV. Thanks for coming on. Philly, and from Philly, who else
Yeah.
will pay 60 million for a child? Livy ain't gonna take loss for him.
That's exactly what I know. As I was saying all that, Philly, good point. Because as I was saying that in my head, I was like, hold on. Even if Richarlison pushes his way out, that's right. We're not getting close to what we paid for him, and we're not going to sell him. We're just going to. He's going to be the next, a Winks. He's going to be a Dyer, sorry to say it, Davies, a guy who sticks around for way too long because he's not good enough. But we're not going to be willing to sell him. And since we won't sell him, we won't bring in the quality to replace him. Like, I really do think that he is going to. I think he's going to be the Kane replacement. I think next year he's going to be our number one striker up front.
The shit Kane replacement, you can say.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to do. He's going to. Kane will go in the summer, and he'll be our number one striker, which will be just brutal to watch. Just awful.
If we would be the starting striker for next year, I'm never watching a game ever again in my life.
But there's no way we're bringing in somebody of quality, right? Like,
no, but the board is better than this.
Okay,
So
like
way
let's just say
better
talk about future quality prospect. Are you bringing in someone like Dusan Vlahovic? No, I don't think so as well.
No,
He ain't coming here.
Well, the one to bring in, the clearer one to bring in is Ivan Toney, right? Like, that's who you bring in.
Exactly.
But
he's
he's young, but not completely out of it. He's played in the Premier League. Yeah,
he's good with free kicks,
right? So he has a good 5. You could have him here for the next 5 years. You bring him in, he could be our striker for 5 years, give or take, right? Give him that. He's played in the Premier League. He's the one that you bring in, but we won't, because he's in the Premier League already. He's English, so we got to pay the tax for both of that. And he'll go somewhere else. Chelsea will buy him. Somebody else will buy him, and we'll be left behind.
Yeah, apparently Chelsea is another one. That I don't know if they don't end up in Champions League, would they attract those kind of big name players next season? I don't think so. But yeah, let's move on with the stats.
Chelsea United, City, although City will probably never drop out of a Champions League, but those clubs and Liverpool, they will attract players because players know that even if they're not in Champions League right now, that they'll make the moves to get back to Champions League.
Yeah.
Right? Look at Chelsea right now. They're not in. They're in whatever 10th place, right? They're buying players. They're not worried about the financial ramifications. They will continue to buy players. They'll make the moves they need to. Next year they'll be much better. People can talk about Potter being terrible or them having too many players. They have
Sorry,
too
sorry.
much
I was
talent.
I was actually gonna say big up, bro. But sorry, why Conte out first of all? His system neutralizes
No,
our front line. Why?
no, tell him. Join the show and explain us
Yeah,
why
bro,
it's
come. I'll drop the link in the
join.
chat. Seriously, please
It's
join
just
us.
No,
easier
join
to
the
say.
show.
It's again, and I don't know this guy, so I don't want to go after him. But his
Yeah,
No,
system
no,
we don't know.
I'm
neutralizes
not
our
going
front
after him,
line.
but bro, no, it will be interesting to hear just the
No, it's
opinion.
great. Have him come on. Sorry, have him come on. I don't mind that. It's just, again, so easy to say
Why Conte
Conte's
out? Seriously,
system does it
that's
rather
one thing
than
I don't
blame the
understand, bro.
players.
No. He's allowed to say comes out because he has every right. But if you think his system is a problem, please explain us. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to hear, bro. Seriously. And
But
don't
then,
worry, I won't bite. Scott doesn't bite. Dietrich doesn't bite. We all don't bite.
no.
Yeah,
But now let's talk about this guy. Because I've been protecting him and I've heard a lot of shit from Elias and from this guy.
yeah,
Today, it was a disaster plus from this guy.
yeah.
Zero
I think
shots.
Scott, you need to leave. We'll just hang on for like maybe 5 more minutes. Is it okay? We'll just wrap it up.
I have to go. I would love to stay till the end, but I gotta go
Yep.
pick people up.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
why. If it wasn't
So think.
for people waiting for me, then I would stay on. But thanks for
Okay.
having me, man. We'll do some more shows hopefully in the future.
Okay.
And sorry
Okay.
that I leave you with Dietrich and
Oh,
his
no worries. No worries. No
delusional
worries.
son. Don't listen to his sunrise, Elias. Stand up. Don't let Dietrich try to bully you
No,
with
I
his
think
sunrise.
Sun did have a relatively poor game, but who was better today? Like he didn't get any support, so I'm not gonna
It's
fully
not
blame him.
possible. It's not
Sun wasn't
possible.
great, but he isn't as bad as Dietrich's gonna pretend that he was. So have a
No.
good night, guys, and we'll talk to you soon.
See you, bro.
Good night, bye. For me, Elias, this is my
It's okay.
problem.
Understand. I understand. EYL279. No worries. Yeah.
It's my problem. You don't take shots. You don't cross
But you look at his
correctly.
passing accuracy, bro. It's good. 21 out of 24
No.
passes.
It's good. It's good. But where it gets bad, it's here, and what happened?
Sorry. Why am I seeing all the?
I don't know what happened. It just refreshed itself or something. Now this is bad. Going forward, he did nothing. He did nothing going forward.
Can you look at his heat map?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, the
He
usual stuff because
barely.
Perisic is occupying the areas that Sun has. Like if you look at
Yeah, but
Perisic,
he never entered the box, man. Look at Kane. He's there. Look at Cooler. He's inside the box. He never entered the box. Here on corners and here when he got back the pass. He did nothing, man.
but actually the ball was not good, bro. At the left hand side, we didn't have even like Perisic has one cross opportunity which he couldn't.
But if you receive the ball here, make something happen. Take a shot. Do a normal cross, not 0 out of 4 attempts. It's unacceptable from Son. I've been bigging up this guy since day one, man. But what he's doing lately, I cannot protect this guy.
Yeah, but I mean, my only problem with those people who shit on Sun is I know you are not the one shitting on Sun, but
No,
the way they say that he's been awful. But if you look at the kind of game that we had today nobody was really significant in that game. Like you can't say that oh just Sun was
yeah.
bad.
But me, I'll criticize him like later. I'll criticize him because I have a lot of say to this guy. But him, you're both class player and you don't perform when we need you. This is the fifth time.
Yeah, I mean, but let's look at Kane now.
Kane,
Okay,
try.
expected goals 0.28, bro. It's not that bad, bro. So I'm considering someone like
It's
Kane.
not that bad. And even passing my Christian, I've seen worse from this guy.
Yeah,
But where it bothers me, you couldn't beat your man. You couldn't win your duels and you lost the ball 11 times.
okay.
And your crossing was shit and your own buzzer. You missed one.
Yeah, so I mean, I know a lot of people are gonna go on on that trip that, oh, Kane didn't get the support that he needed, but do you really think so? Like he had an XG of 0.28, bro.
Yeah, you should. No, do you know what's the 28? It's this one. I think it's no, it's not this one.
No, I think it was
No,
that shot where he was where the goalkeeper made a quite a good save. It was a header towards the last 5 minutes or so.
yeah, but this is the
That
60th minute. He has 0.09
can
XG.
you put up that 90 plus 3 one?
It was a 0.05.
Yeah, that's I think the header that he missed.
But this one, I forgot which one it is. Oh, I think I know which one it is. It's the. Do you remember Paul like sent him a butt cross and he had to
Oh
put it on the
yes,
floor?
yeah, he went on the floor. I think that's another one. Instead of going on the floor, he should have tried to hit it with his leg.
Yeah, I
That
agree
was a bad choice.
100%. But which one was it? Miss Alcom Corner? I don't know which one was it.
No, I think that's not the one.
Oh, this is the
Ah,
one
it's this one. It's this
people
one. I think it's this one. It's this one. Have a look at it.
0.082. Yeah, it's this one.
I felt that instead of going down and try to head it, he should have waited for it and tried to go with his right foot. It would have worked.
Yeah, 100%. But once again, he's a bottle job. That's what he is. Unless he beats Spurs, he's not going to win anything. And
Eval27, and I'll answer your query here. Just give me a minute. We finish with the stats
no,
here,
no,
and
go ahead, go
I'll
ahead.
go ahead.
No, no,
Okay, but in my opinion, Conte's system relies on wingbacks that aren't delivering with all these crosses to nowhere and all creativity, and instead feels coached out, too rigid. Okay, the thing about this is that I don't understand with a lot of fans is that Conte, if he's rigid, why should he change for the sake of your system that you don't have the players? Why can't the management, why can't this board provide Conte what he needs? Why can't they give them the wing backs that he need actually in this system rather than flip flopping here and there? And that's what my problem is with this board. Like Conte is not the main problem. To some extent, yes. If you say that, yeah,
he
he
is
made
a
a sub
part of
a
the
bit late,
problem.
he made the substitution a bit late or something. I understand that. Yes, it could be the possible. But even then, you don't have that depth on the bench that you can actually make those fast subs. If something happens, then he needs to rely on it as well. So like seriously, that's one thing I don't understand about this whole lack of creativity narrative. Like it's not Conte's problem. You don't have creative players in your team. It's not a Conte's system problem or Conte's tactical problem. It's a problem that, yeah, he don't have the players to work with it. I think if you want, you can actually watch that video that I did with Iggy yesterday, and he actually explained that whole narrative as well, that why it is a problem, that if Conte doesn't have those the right players, why is it a problem in that Italian system. And we were just joking about it that Italians don't like changing their things. They don't like having a pineapple on their pizza. It's the same thing. uh weren't
Okay,
Perisic and Porro the wingbacks that Conte wanted?
can I,
What?
can I
Yeah,
answer,
sorry.
can I answer like on the win back system? You say we don't have good win backs, which is true. We don't have good win backs.
Sorry.
But no, she said we don't have good win backs. Do you hear me? Like, is it good or it's bad?
Yeah, that's the one, right?
Yeah, this one. You see, we don't have good wing backs, but how are we going to get creativity? We don't have the midfielders, we don't have the attacking mid. We don't have anything in this club other than Harry Kane and Son and Kulusevski. If you want to play the 4-3-3, who's your midfield? Sar, Skip, and Højbjerg?
Yeah, again, you want to play back two with what you call it, uh Dyer and Romero. It's not gonna work. Langley and Romero, it may not work as well. You don't have anybody to support Romero even in the back two as well. In that back four, the two center backs, you don't have that quality as well. So, and you don't have a creative midfielder to play a 4-3-3. That's the main thing, which is one of the elements in that system as well. So still, I don't understand like why people think that Conte's system is rigid. Sunny is being misused. Unfortunately, he's a scapegoat. Kane, Kulu, and Sun play similarly. I think. Yeah, this part I can agree that he is not being misused to a certain extent, but I don't know why. It's a problem. I feel that Perisic thinks that he is better somehow. I feel that he has been lately. You can kind of see it in his attitude, the kind of places and the positions he has been playing. He's occupying the places that he shouldn't be occupying. He's not good at that. And Carl Simpson said no, Kane was shit. Kane should have done better with that header. Yeah, I mean, as I said, that I think he shouldn't have tried to head that. I don't know if you're talking about the 90+3 one or the earlier one. If it's that one where he lied down, I think that should have been a shot by his foot. He shouldn't have taken that shot with a head. Like it was not a good choice there, I think, by Kane. If he'd have tried to hit it with his foot, I think it would have gone in. Uh, weren't Perisic and Porro the wingbacks that Conte wanted? Yes, Perisic has just come in for like 3 or 4 weeks now, almost. And Perisic, I do agree that Perisic is the wingback that Conte wanted. But even like, let's say you have one wingback that the manager want, who is kind of getting old on a free transfer, you still need some form of depth to somebody to stay behind, which we don't have at the moment. So it is a problem as well, because the board is not giving Conte what he wants. Odoji still, I mean, to get him cheap, they have still loaned him out. Apparently, Odoji could have come to us, but Udinese couldn't give him straight away because they were asking for more money. So he had to be back to them to loan, which is another problem. So it's a board problem, not a Conte problem.
Yeah, but she says Perisic or Paul were his one, but do we really think that was his first choice?
Elias, that's
No,
why Conte has to go, because we know already Nick will never back him, not because Conte's system is bad origin, but because Nick Levy. But they are not gonna back anybody else as well. Do you think they're gonna back Poch? So that's one I don't understand, like why Conte goes. But Dietrich's continue, you're saying something.
no, I said like Perisic and Paul aren't Conte's first choice. If he had a choice, he would take Theo Hernandez from AC Milan and Hakimi from PSG.
Yeah.
Those are real wing backs. We have shit now. And Paul,
Yeah, I mean
I'm
that.
sorry, Paul, like he looks good, but he's not gonna have an impact at Spurs. He's just not good enough and not physical enough.
No, I think by time he would have had his impact. Like I can already see his impact in the
He's
game.
too small.
Yeah.
He's too small and easy bullied.
Yeah, I mean, perhaps can say that, but still, I think he's doing his job well at the moment, and he will do well as the kind of player he has that quality to show.
But he
Uh,
hasn't crossed the ball
he
correctly.
has, he has been trying his best, but today, if you realize, we were just not sticked well together. I mean, I don't blame it on Poro. He has that, bro, that creativity from the wing. If you ask me personally.
By the way, I have to go to the gym, so I need to go soon.
Sorry.
I said I have to go soon.
Oh
To
yeah,
the
yeah, you
gym.
have to go soon. Actually, I have to go
Yeah.
soon as well. I have work to do. Is there any last comments, Dietrich? Where can people find you? And do you want people to find you after this?
You can find me on the Twitter, the Dietrich's Game, and you can bench your mail if you want, or just block you. It's easy.
And you can find Dietrich also. Which channels will you be on? I think tomorrow will you be at the Tottenham away fan show? Colin?
No, I need a break. I'll be honest, I need a break. Like
Okay,
that
Dietrich
show.
needs a break.
Yeah, I just need a break because I'm telling you this right now. I'm sick and tired of this club. I'm sick and tired.
I'm sick too. Great chat. Well done, lads. Thanks, EYL279. I think for me, you all can find me here or on Twitter, on Instagram, or you can find me on Instagram, Elias Christian or Step Up Spurs. Either one, I am the only one handling both accounts, so you can find me there. And I usually don't do post-match shows. I usually do pre-match shows, but I'm trying to work out a timing where we can do some post-match chat as well. We'll see how it goes. And big up to every single one of you in the chat who have stayed for the last 2 hours or so. I suppose Carl Simpson, EYL279, Philly, and from Philly, EYL279. Who else was here just now? Goguma was here with us just now. And we had, who else was here? I think that's about it. The JPT from the Added Time podcast. Big up, bro. And Bobby K, he was supposed to join us, but he also needed a break. I think a lot of us need a break from all this nonsense that's going on. In the meantime, guys, it's bye from me and bye from Dietrich. Thanks for joining us. I'd rather lose playing excited football than lose playing boring ass
No,
football.
no, no. Well, I
I'm
don't let
not
you.
gonna start this conversation now, bro. We'll have it
That's
another day.
perfect.
We'll have a midweek chat on interesting football versus boring football. I'm thinking of getting a last word on Spurs guy for this chat, and we see where it goes. And for now, it's a bye from me and bye from Dietrich as well, bro. Right? And thanks, Dietrich, for joining me for the 2
Bye-bye.
hours.
Take care, dude.